Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, and welcome back to another Bakugan video. Today we're going to be building a 3D printed Jamsaber Bakunano made by Rustlin in the community and then printed and sent to me by Lone. I have everything painted already, so I'm kind of just showing it off in this clip, but here are all the different components. I did paint this to match the one on the Bakugan wiki, which is a gold version. The variant here also has like a gold symbol to even paint on, which I think was really cool. And it's weird because in the show it's silver, but it's gold. I put some G power there at 70. It's a little rough. I think overall the paint job I'm gonna touch up later, but I really wanted to get this video out and also just build it. And so the crazy thing is this just uses a Wyvern. So I had like an old one I had painted a while back, and you can see the pins and the springs up here, and that's all it is. It's literally one spring I took from Wyvern, those two wing springs I believe, and then the pins. And so they go kind of on the bottom here of the Bakunano, and it's just a little bit of like a spring push to push the pieces down. So here's me kind of showing how it works. So there are the pins in the Bakugan or the Bakunano, and then you just take these little, I don't know what they are, fins, I guess, and just kind of pop it down. I do struggle a little bit here. I do like to show like the struggle of assembling things, so I'm going to keep this in. But as you can see, I'm just trying to put the spring onto the fin, and then it goes into the pin here. And so I'm going to do a little cut here, but essentially all it is me placing it on there. And I'll come back when I have that completely set up. Alright, so like I said, a little bit of effort later, I now have the springs in, and you can see how they have like resistance, which obviously makes it pop out. It's how the whole Bakunano works, except when you are playing with it, it pops out like mine. But let's put the top on so they actually stay secure. There is an issue I had with this, which is the resistance. So if it's too tight, it will kind of like have friction. And so I found out that when I was screwing in the little screws on the bottom, it was doing this, so I just unscrewed them some and it made it a bit looser, but we're getting there, right? And here is it completely assembled, all touched up. I put the disc on the top as well. And then I kind of just want to show you how the whole thing works. So here it is in all its glory. I'm pretty proud of it. I think I do want to touch up the paint job a little, but I do like all the different pieces. I found that you have to hold the button down, at least for mine, to get the pieces to pop in. And then I want to show you what's happening. So when you press it, for some reason only one was coming out, and then I'd have to press it again for the other one to come out. It was weird, and so I do this a couple times, and I'm like, why is it doing that? And I was like, is it the spring, like the main spring in the center? Did I do something wrong? Like, what's going on? And so you can just see I'm pressing it, and I'm like, it's not working how I want it to work. I was like, why do I have to press it twice? I wasn't frustrated, but I was like, man, do I really want to have to take this thing apart again when it's so close to working? And so what ended up happening is all I did was press the button another way, so I think maybe just my whole finger wasn't on the button, and so it was only lowering one of like the latches, because then after that I was like, oh, and so now I was pressing it with my thumb, and watch this. Boom, every time. And so every time after that it was working just fine, so I guess I just wasn't pressing the button with enough resistance. It does mess up there, but I've managed to get it to work every time after, which is pretty great. There was a part where it got a little stuck, and I think that's just part of the design, that it's just, you know, how it's like balanced very carefully when I screwed it in. But I'm pretty proud with it. I mean, it works pretty well. I love the design. I've always wanted a Jamsaber for my Krakenoid. Krakenoid's one of my favorite Bakugan ever, and so here I am coming in with the Krakenoid, and as you can see, the nano just pops right on the back, and it looks fantastic. I'll pull up some pictures here in just a minute, but I want to just give a huge shout out to Lone again for supplying me the parts for this, because it's like a dream come true that we have these like unreleased or very hard to get nano. It feels really good, and it's nice because like I feel like I can complete a set now. You know, I can get the other ones and finally have like what's intended to have for my collection. Like I want to have these nano that are so hard to find and like unreleased and stuff like that, and so it's just nice to see that this is something we can have, and also paint in any way you want, because you don't necessarily have to paint it the same way. So here are some pictures. This is what the nano looks like on Krakenoid, but as you can see, it doesn't necessarily have to be. I just wanted to paint it the same way as the gear, but you could paint it, you know, show accurate, anime accurate, which would also be very nice. And then finally, here's just a glamour shot. It was just a fun build. It was a very simple build. I mean, it took me a little bit to figure out and then assemble and paint, but that was pretty much it. It's just a nice piece to have. It looks great on display, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. It's definitely something worth getting if you're someone who's into Bakunano or Mechtanium Surge. Personally, I love Mechtanium Surge, but anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what your favorite part is. Do you like Bakunano? Do you like Jamsaber? And with that, my name's Jesse. I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace out.